Whoa, B2K. Everybody likes B2K. Oh, man. Whew. Sino, what do you think? Sino, what do you think? Sino, did you see it? Sino, so I could stop getting sent B2K. As they came down here for the Taste of Chicago one year and performed. They were basically the spin-off version of Immature. Now, we don't need to go through their entire history. But let's get to why we're here. I was sent the clip. Everybody showing me two things. Thing number one, they wanted to show me was Lil Fizz apologizing to Omarion on stage in front of everybody in the audience. And then they embrace, and then they do a song. And everybody's happy. Now, there's something else I will say. And it was from another angle. The same exact words were said, just from another fan's camera. And you could hear the lady in the background saying, "Yeah, you did. That was some pretty effed up thing you did." And everybody seemed to hate Lil Fizz. Right? So definitely, let's get into this. And thank you to everybody who's donated. Mr. Lake County himself donated to the Cash App. Thank you, I appreciate that. Carcino's the name on the Cash App. My super chat is working as well. Hit the like button up and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button. Now, with that being said, we will get into it like we always do at this time. Let's do it. Now, let's get to the gist of the problem. All these people have disdain for Lil Fizz. Nobody's talking about April the Hoe Jones. Have you noticed that? The baby mama who decided she wanted to bang both of the boys in the band. She gets a pass. She gets a pass. Meanwhile, she can go on all these reality shows. And what was her career? Nothing but laying on her back. So, April Jones gets a free pass. Everybody else gets to chill, and she gets a free pass. Now, let's get to the bottom of all of it. All right? Let's get to the gist of the baby. In case you guys didn't know what happened, and you've been, have a life. Lil Fizz started dating April Jones after Omarion and her broke up. So it wasn't like they were dating. They were already distant. But this was his baby's mom. And they had problems going on. And he moves in, and she starts dating him. Then it becomes a whole big argument because this is his boy. Now, there's a certain thing when it comes to an order of dating somebody's baby mother. And what Fizz did is considered a scumbag move. And the thing of it is he was interfering in a situation where it was a toxic relationship with Omarion and April. And at that time, here he comes into the relationship and kind of interjected himself in something he shouldn't. And she used him, G. But see, like I always say, right? Nobody seems to care. Nobody seems to take notice. Nobody wants to see the error of their ways until things aren't going well anymore. Because what happened is, April decided old Fizz ain't bringing in that old paper. So she thinking, why am I wasting my time with him when I got all these dudes with money looking at me? So she's out there allegedly sowing her royal oats somewhere else. And it gets caught. And while he's looking stupid, Lil Fizz, he go unfollow her on social media and teach her a lesson. So she unfollowed him. Only to talk nasty about each other and other friends, DMs, all kind of goofiness, right? Only to come back with one conclusion. And the one conclusion is this. He's realizing I'm the sucker in this whole game. I'm the stupid one. I'm the one who got played because I went against my best friend or one of my closest friends and stuck my neck out and looked like a fool for a girl I wasn't going to be with anyway. And Carcino told you this already, boy. I'm like, do you think a girl like that is going to stay with you? No, she's going to do it to you too. She did it to him, she's going to do it to you. But everybody is talking about him as if he was the bad guy, when she's the one that's doing it and will continue to do it. To me, I don't think she's mentally okay. I think she's got some screws loose. The oars, both oars are not all the way into the water. Okay? Now, with that being said, you're looking at a situation in which she's going to have to atone for all of this at some point. Somebody, maybe they'll, wisen up. So, but until that happens, she's going to still play the whole stroll and the victim card. Now, let's look at the B2K tour that went on, the Millennium Tour, that didn't have B2K on it. Omarion put the tour together with Bow Wow and a host of other stars. And he played the victim role in the tour. And he was going around doing shows till COVID hit, and then they had to shut most of it down. But it didn't have B2K. So now this time around, they wanted to have B2K because there's a lot of money on the table for B2K. And if you can't have B2K without Omarion, that ain't gonna sell tickets. That ain't gonna get the sponsors. So only way this was gonna work if they can get Omarion to do the tour. Fizz is down. But Omarion don't need Fizz. Fizz needs Omarion. See how that goes? So now, We are in a major dilemma here because we're faced in a situation where people who think they know something and they really don't. And it comes back to bite them. Bite them right in the butt. And that's what happened this time around. They got bit right in the butt. And before they could do this, Omarion and Lil Fizz came to an agreement. The apology was done already. Before you, in case you guys just thought this was it. No, this was staged for you, for your entertainment. This whole little thing you saw, that was staged. Now, this apology happened way months ago in order for them to agree to do this. Now, Omarion stood on stage and Lil Fizz had to do everything he said he was going to do in order for this thing to go down. And they hugged on stage, shook hands. They fixed the whole thing and said, okay, I'm going to do it on stage. Then you're going to be like, hey, walk off. And I'm going to go, nah, don't walk off. Let's show the people why we love them and all this. Let's do it. And then go and do the show. Now this saves Lil Fizz. Right now the fans are going to love Lil Fizz again. But see, Lil Fizz is only doing it because he got played. He thought it was the way he made love. I made love better than Omarion. You fool. If you ain't bringing in that paper, buddy, they ain't gonna give a damn. If you're not doing what others feel that you should, you are outcast. Now, we were doing pretty much a lot on our own. As far as, checking this out when the news first hit when he took her. But we've seen this stuff where best friends go after people's girlfriends and start dating them. And, I seen one guy get another guy sent to jail. Just so he can holler at his woman. Plus, he wanted to use the friend's house as a drug spot. He figured, man, this would be a good location to set up operations. And he basically was coming by, hanging around his friend's house, and the wife, I guess the fiance or whatever they was at the time they were living together. And he just kept hanging out over there, kept driving out there, hanging out, and his friend was excited. He's like, man, it's like I got my buddy back. And next thing you know, got his friend sent to jail, doing something stupid. And the friend was like, I ain't gonna snitch. I ain't gonna rat. His friend was down, 10 toes down. So, he did 2 to 5. So while serving 2 to 5 years, for some, basically, he probably could have been out on it. He gave him some names. His best friend was keeping it warm for him with the fiance and using his house as a spot. As he promised his boy when he went in, I'll look after the family. Then other friends started to tell him, hey, I think he's helping out a bit too much. I think you need to step in. So, you know what happened? A lot of violence. A lot of violence. But we'll talk about that at another time. Oh my God. Now, let's get to the gist of all of it, right? We have a lot of R&B acts. You have a lot of groupies. You have a lot of women out here, and it's hard. So I won't say like, man, dog, y'all gotta. They're not like average people. They can't just walk out into the world and start dating somebody. Everybody know who they are before they even say hello. People know who you are, or know they don't know you personally, but they know who you are. So before you say, hey, my name is, I know who you are. You're Omarion. So it's hard for us to say, well, man, he ain't date well. But you gotta go into that understanding that this is the life you live. You live a lifestyle where it travels 100 miles an hour faster than what everybody else's life is like. You get time to, you know, focus on people and know what they're doing, and all this nonsense. Other people don't have that luxury. They don't have time to build a relationship. They on the road 9 months to 10 months. Sometimes they on the road. If they really successful, they on the road for 2 years, and that because that pays the bills. The records is just to get spinning, and that's for the record company. They gonna make their money off of the records. You make your money off the shows, being booked, performances. That's where your money comes in at. So that's just literally, how the performance game goes. So I can't really blame Omarion for not marrying well. That's what you want to put. But that's what that situation is. It was staged for you to see. Because she played Lil Fizz and broke up with him, I think, last year. So I think they made it official in like December or January this year, whatever. But I don't know. But it's only been a few months, so now you see the error in his ways. Once his world has come crashing down to make him look like a sucker and a fool, that he just blew everything for what he thought was real, which he shouldn't have known. So once again, you live and you learn. Hopefully, this is a learning lesson from you guys, and you guys know. So, on that note, I'm gonna get out of here. I don't want to waste everybody's time with this longer than it should be. Don't forget to subscribe to the page, hit the notification bell. The Patreon's on fire. You can learn why R. Kelly situation happened the way it did, why he was set up, the whole nine on the Patreon only. I'm out.